Ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
Welcome to day 20 of 30 days of AL, and today we are going to look at how to import and export CSV data using the XMLport. The snippet for the XMLport is XMLport, and you just hit your tab space, specify the number. Okay, this one should be 30 days of all our XMLport. So when you do that, we have this big request page, which we don't need for now for this demo. Let me just clear everything, including the variables, because we don't need them for this demo. So we have several properties and formats that we can specify. So an XMLport, you can be able to either import or export in fixed text, which will allow you to work with fixed width text fields. Variable text will allow you to work with variable text files, and an XML that allows you to work with XML documents. So this is the default value. You can import or export an XML document. It can even have nested or secondary tables if you would like to use the XML. So for our demo, we will use the variable text. A CSV file is a form of a variable text to import and export. So we have a schema, and then the text element. Okay, just before we go to the schema, so the direction will be both, which is the default. So and then use request page for us will be true. We need to use the request page because if you specify the request page, you can be able to choose either import or export. You'll be presented with the use case of either importing or exporting. So this is our root node. So we can even call it root to just make sure that we know that this is the root. And then here is where we'll specify the table. And the table is the table that we have been using all along. And that is the 30 days of AL table. So we specify the table here as the 30 days of AL table. So our XML name, another attribute that we need to specify is import 30 days of AL. That is a text. And now we can remember this is a field attribute, but for us we need a field element that will specify the fields that we would like to import. So the first one will be the name, okay, let me just say 30 days of AL dot name. Inside here we have several fields like AutoCalc fields. If it's you're doing an export and it's the field is a flow field and you like to do the calculation, maybe a description that is used internally. Field validate if we would like to validate our field. So this table, we created our table with a primary key, and the primary key was an auto increment. So the auto increment will give us a new number automatically. So when we are doing an import, we don't need to have our auto increment generating anything. So we can specify the name, description, and maybe search query. The field B will be the description, and then the search query. Okay, so these are enough. So we will start with exporting and then importing. I will build run. So this XML port, I have specified it in the 30 days of AL page. I had presumed that I'll do 30 days of AL, so I just have specified it. We'll have it here as day 20. So the 30 days of AL will open. When you open day 20, we can export this XML, and we see that this is the 30 days of AL day 20. We call it day 20. And it's coming in the form of a text file. So when I, let me show it in the folder and open with, let me choose Excel. Okay, let me just open it with Notepad for now because it's a text document. So this is a comma delimited. So it has been separated with commas. There is this value and this value and this value. So the values have been separated by commas. So this is the first. Do I have a blank here? Yes, this is a blank value, and this is the second, third, and then the fourth. So if I am to launch Excel and open this 30 days of AL day 20, you can see I will be prompted to set, to choose like how I would like to preview the data. So I will choose delimited and then click on next, then choose a comma as the delimiter. It can either be tab or comma, and then click next, and then specify the text, the column data format to be general, and then finish. So these are my values. So we have a name and a description and a search query. So some of them are blank, especially this one. This one had nothing. This one, the name is blank. That's why the data is in this format. But we have been able to successfully export the data to CSV. So let's now import. Remember, we have a name, a description, and a search query. So the name is 30 days of AL day 20. The description is import and export CSV. And then the search query will be XMLports in AL. So when we are saving, we need to save it as a CSV that is comma delimited. This is the way we save, CSV comma delimited. So day 20 will be our file, and we save. Once we save, we need to close this file because it's being read by this Excel file. So it needs to be closed so that it cannot be we cannot interfere with opening the file as we try to view our own file here. So I'll go to the actions. I now choose an import as the direction. Click OK. Choose the file. So the file is day 20, and then I open. So this is the validate trigger that has been running. And then we have another validate. So we expect it to have imported. And if I go to our 30 days of AL, so here is the record that we have just imported. I can view it. And this is the search query. I have updated the description, but we can as well have done this, try to search it again and get the right description. So that's it for this video. Okay, XML ports are used to import data between an external source and Dynamics 365 Business Central, sharing data between different, okay, and that is where we got the data from. So the search was successful, and we have updated our description, what XML ports are. So that's it for this video on importing and exporting using CSV files. Be very keen while you are creating the XML ports with the table elements, specify them as I have done, and you'll be able to export. So if you miss a step, just go back to the video and try and do it yourself. Create your own table or use another maybe vendor or customer table, import and export, and then you'll be able to use CSV files with XML ports. I will see you in day 21 of 30 days of AL.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.